So when it comes to starting a media ministry, one of the most essential things that I think every media ministry should start with is a Google account. This opens the door to so many different opportunities, applications, features, security, administration, and it just opens the door for so many things. So let me go through the simple steps of setting one up, the mindset of why it needs to be set up, and then all of the benefits that your media ministry can leverage by having this one simple account. Hey folks, AJ the CEO here. If this is your first time stopping by the channel, thanks for stopping by. And on this channel, we focus on tips, training, strategies, reviews, and builds to help modernize your media ministry. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. And if you like what we're doing here, consider becoming a patron or a YouTube member by clicking the join button down below. So one of the things that you need, and the reason why I always go with a Google account, and this is the mindset. Let me come back out of the desktop and let me just talk about it from this standpoint. My mindset is no one person should be the central focus of any media ministry. I've dealt with way too many churches that one person set up everything. They have the keys to the kingdom. They are the only one that have access to anything. And because we're dealing with people, somebody gets upset, they leave, and now no one knows how to access anything that this person used to do, because they were the only person with the keys to the kingdom. This is the reason why I believe that a media ministry should have an account, a centralized Google account that is owned by the media ministry, not the person. I've done this at every ministry that I've been associated with, and this is the same reason that I talk about doing this. So let's just set the whole thing up. Now, there are going to be timestamps to go through all of this stuff as well too. I am doing this brand new. I have tons of Google accounts, but let's just go through the whole thing. So let's just go here and we're going to just click on, I'm just going to google.com and I'm going to go to sign in. But since I don't have one, we're going to make one. So we're going to go ahead and go to create an account, and be mindful of this. I'm not going to go over this, but if you're a 501(c), there's another path that I would recommend. And I don't have time to go over that. I'll cover that in a different video. So I'm just going to do this as a personal account, but you can do it whichever way. So we'll make for personal use, and we'll give it a name, and I'll just use Arthur. And this is what I'm going to use for all of my stuff. I always call Prototype Church. So this is what this is going to be. And I'm just going to put last name is Prototype so that I know what this is. Now, this can be for the head of the media ministry if you want to. It's just a name, so it does not matter. And honestly, this is a brand new path it looks like they're making in doing this. Technology is always changing. So let's go to next. And we got to give a birth date. I'm going to go ahead and blur this out from my birthday. You might want to put this as the origin of the ministry or some date that is easily recognizable for somebody else. You can put whatever gender that you want and all that other fun stuff. All right, let's go to next. And see, it's giving some suggestions, which is different. But again, I want this to be the media ministry one. So I'm going to give it the name of Prototype Media Ministry. And we're going to see if it is available. And yay, it is available. So I'll be able to move forward. Again, you want your name on your email to be very differentiated, to stand out. I was getting ready to say differentiable. Obviously, that's not a word. We want it to be able to easily know when an email comes from you. People know exactly what it is. So when it's Prototype Media Ministry, we know it's a media ministry, and Prototype, is that the name of the church or whatever? You don't want something like Christian 102. You never know what that is. And there's other reasons why you want to have a very recognizable name. We'll talk about that at a later time. So we're going to make a password, and I'm going to do something really easy right now, but we're going to change this. Please don't do a super simple password. If you really wanted something, you always could you could always look up a password maker. There are different other programs that you can use. We just want to have one to just generate one right now, just to make something really cryptic. I'm going to use this one right now, but I will change it. So that's just an example of what you can use. I'm actually going to pick something different. So let me move this off screen, and then I'm actually going to change this password to something else. You don't want to have something that's very easy. All right, now I have to verify myself. So this is just so bots aren't making accounts. I'm going to go ahead and put my number in and let me get verified real quick. All right, waiting for a text to come in. Then I will get a number to verify. And you can put in a recovery email. This might want to go to the administrator's email for the church, for the trustees, something as that if you want to. I'm going to put this later. And we have our account made. Obviously, I have other stuff blurred out. And that's it. So guess what? We have it. Our account is made. We just have to agree to the privacy and terms. Please take the time to read this, because a lot of people don't. And you need to understand what this does. Save my web activity to my account. I do have that saved. Do you want to show personalized ads? Show ads that aren't personalized? I would say yeah. Save my YouTube history into my Google account? I would say yes. Send me occasional reminders? No, I don't want that. So most people don't check that stuff, but it was already selected, but we did. All right, so let's go ahead and hit I agree. And guess what? Our account is now made. So what are we going to do? Now, I did this in incognito. Now, there's a reason why I did this. I'm going to actually come over here and open up my regular browser. And now this is my regular account. But what I would do is now come into Chrome, and we're going to add a new user. And we're going to sign in to Chrome with the account we just made. So that now all of the settings and everything that we do is now going to be locked into Chrome. All right, so we're now logged into Chrome, and I want to turn on syncing. This is going to save everything that we do, our history, our bookmarks, everything. Because again, this is for the media ministry. This is not really intended for a person. All right, so now we're in our account. Let's make this, give it a name, Prototype Media Ministry. You can pick a color and all this other fun stuff if you want to. Just changes that. That way it stands out. I know which one is which. Now we have our account. Now, what do we get with this account? Obviously, we get our email. So now you have a centralized email account that will be for Prototype Media Ministry or your given media ministry. And that way now everybody can come to this. Now you can do other things inside of this email. So say you have different members inside of your media ministry, you can create groups, or you can have the email automatically forwarded to other people. So this will be the centralized hub. Say you have this account on the computers at the church. That way, anybody that's in a part of the media ministry, when they log in, now they're in the account. They have access to everything inside of the account. Now, there are other things that you could do inside of here. So say that we want to forward emails, we could always add a forwarding email address so that when something comes into the media, it goes to other people. So you can put your team email at Gmail or whatever, stuff like that. And then you got to verify when you do this. So what I've done before is I have the media ministry email, but then all the people in the team, I add them so that they're forwarded the email as well. So they will personally get it. That way, if people forget to go to this email account, they'll see everything. But again, I set this up on the computers in the media ministry so everybody gets access to it. There are other things that you can do with this, but the easiest thing is to filter all emails coming into the media ministry into one account, and everyone does not have access to that. Now, the other features that open up, especially if you're using Chrome, is if you come over here to settings, you also have password. Google has added a password manager. I used to use other different programs, but now this is saved inside the account. Now that your Google account is made for your media ministry, now you can actually start setting up accounts and passwords, and all of your passwords are saved and encrypted in the account. So you can have crazy passwords, very cryptic passwords, which you should use, but then you don't have to save them to everybody. All people need to know is when they come into the media ministry, as long as they don't log out of your Chrome account that has your Google account linked to it, all your passwords are there. So for example, let's see if we can go somewhere and let's just use one for an example. Let's say, what's a place I can use? All right, let's go to Bitly. Bitly is a website to where you can actually shrink URLs. So we're going to sign up for free, and I'm going to use the free account. And first, you can log in with your Google account. Again, it links everything that way. I'm not going to, let's go ahead and do that, because hopefully this will give me a password so I can save it to the account to show you that. But let's go ahead and continue with Google. It pulls that prototype email that we set up, and we're going to continue. And now that account has now linked to this, so there's no password here. I was hoping to use a password with this, but if we go back to password manager, nothing filled out. Let's go to somewhere else so we can demonstrate this. I know. Let's go to so many accounts now use this the Google account to link everything. I was going to go to Canva, but as you can see, Canva also gives you access. We'll continue as that. It's almost like it doesn't want to benefit what I'm doing with this account. So now we have Canva access to this. What is another website that I can make a password for? I know. Now I'm going to do this one different, even though you can join Pexels with your Google account as well. We're going to manually do this. Let's go to join. And what do you want to do? I want to download free photos and videos. Click there. And we're going to make an account. Again, I'm not going to use the join with Google because I want to show you how the password manager on your Google account works. So we're just going to use the same name, prototype. As you can see, it suggested it, so I don't have to type it all over. And now we need a password. If we come here, it can say suggest a strong password. So I'm going to use this one that's generated very, very, very cryptic. Now let's create our account. And now, as you can see, Chrome has now popped up saying, do you want to update this password or save it? We're going to do that. And now we have an account. So let's go back over here to our password manager, and you look, now we have the password for the website with the cryptic password now here. Just imagine you have your Facebook, you have your Restream, you got all these other different accounts. And let's actually do that. Now that I mention that, let's go to another one. Let's go to Restream.io. And we're going to make an account. Yeah, I could use this, but again, I said I want to use this as a cryptic one. Sign up with email. We'll pick that. Suggest a password. Sign up for free. Yep. Now as you see, the password is saved. If we go here now we have 2 accounts with cryptic passwords. I am going to go in here and update this. Welcome to Restream. How are you streaming? I'll say myself and ministry. I'll skip that. And I'm going to skip all that as well too, because we're just using that as an account. So as you can see, every account that's going to be associated with the media ministry, if you now do it after we've done this Google account, now it opens the door and boom, everything is associated that way. So that's one of the Google Manager. That makes it very simple. You just have to give people the media ministry access to this account, and now they have direct access to all of the accounts associated with the media ministry with very encrypted passwords, not simple ones, so the accounts are not hacked. You could do the same thing when you make a Facebook account. Make the Facebook account under this. Now, Facebook has changed their rules that you need to have a person. So that's why we set this account up. Make a Facebook account similar as a person, and then you make a group page. We talked about that. We'll do that at a later time. Now, let's back all the way out of here. And what other options do we have? Well, we click the little menu over here. We now have access to maps, YouTube, all of the other things here, contacts, and all this other fun ads that you have. You have your docs, your sheets, all of this stuff. Google Drive, to where now you can have a centralized place for documents, images, photos, all that stuff. But the main thing is now we're going to go over to YouTube. We now have a brand new YouTube account that is associated with our name. So now we can create a channel with this. So now if you've never had a YouTube channel, now by making a Google account, by default, you are now in YouTube, and now we're going to make a YouTube page for our ministry. So I'm going to speed through this because I have done this video before, but never mind. Let's just do it. So let's make a channel. We're going to come up with a name, and we want this to be for the church. So the name is actually going to be Prototype Church, and our handle, good, Prototype Church is available. Yay. So it used to be that you needed 100 subscribers. Now they made a change with handles. Everybody can make it this. We talked about your digital handle. Everywhere we do something, we want this handle to be everywhere. Your Facebook, your website, everything like that, so that people don't have to memorize all the places that you're doing. Like when I was at Antioch, it's Antioch Verina everywhere. So since I'm starting here, that's Prototype Church. I don't want to call this one Prototype Ministry, Media Ministry. But, thankfully, no one has ever used this name. So now it is mine. All right. So now we have our YouTube page. And again, it is associated with that account. So instead of adding multiple administrators to this account, if everybody already has access to the media ministry page, as long as they're on the computers in the media ministry, they have full access to do everything on the church's YouTube page. That will work the same way if it's Facebook, the Google account, everything. That Google account centralizes everything and makes everything really simple. So let me just do these last few things here because we're setting this all up. Let's go to our YouTube studio that is now here. And we're gonna, again, I did this when setting up a YouTube channel, but let's go through everything as well. Again, let's go over here to settings. And these are things that we just need to do with our account to centralize it. The beauty of having a Google account. Let's go here to our channel. We can put our country here. You can put keywords in here if you wanted to. So Prototype Church, AJ the CEO. I'll put this stuff so that when people go, people will know it will automatically go here. Go to our advanced settings. This is one thing that is very important. Set this for your channel to know this channel is not made for kids. If you set the stuff for kids, you open yourself up to putting content that's not applicable. You put yourself in a compromising situation against COPPA and different laws and regulations. If you make your stuff for kids, people can't search for it, they can't save it, they can't like it. It's a whole bunch of stuff. So the easiest thing for your ministry, for your YouTube channel, just set it to know it's not made for kids. All right. All this other stuff, linking it to a Google Ads account, none of that stuff is really important right now. Don't show potential inappropriate words. Yes, I checked that off. And most of this other stuff is fine. Now, the main thing is features. Right now, by default, we can upload, but we are limited on how long of a video we can do. So we need to come in here and verify ourselves, similar to what we did when we made our Google account, so that we can make custom thumbnails, we can live stream, and we can put videos longer than 15 minutes. So just like the same way, we're going to verify ourselves. I'm going to put a number in here real quick. ask them to send me a text. And there's our number. And guess what? We are now verified. So now we are now able to live stream. We're now able to live stream. Now there is another form of eligibility that can open up for appealing claims, create more live streams daily, upload more videos daily, all this other stuff. You would need to put some type of video verification, a valid ID, or channel history if you wanted to. There's other ways that you can do this. So you could verify all this other stuff, upload a video, put your ID and stuff like that. I'm not going to do this time around, but now that we've done this, if we come over here to content, the timer has now started. Once you make this and you enable this, it takes 24 hours for you to be able to live stream. So there's our countdown. So say it is 7:18 on a Saturday. If I wanted to live stream our church services tomorrow, we're able to because the features has opened up. All right, so that's about it, folks. So again, if you have any other questions, let me know down below of what other benefits that you want me to cover with this. Again, I just scraped the surface of when it comes to having a Google account and making one for your media ministry. I think it is very essential just because of all the things that Google uses, but also the main thing for a centralized location for passwords, very cryptic passwords, keeping all that stuff, and having an account for the media ministry instead of it being owned by a person. That is the one benefit for everything. And then your Google account opens the door to so many things, YouTube, all this other stuff. But let me know if you have any other questions, other things that you would like me to go over. Again, I don't have a 501(c), so don't quote me on this. I believe there was a time that Google honored a 501(c) and gave you a free Google Workspace, meaning that instead of having prototype media ministry at gmail.com, you could have media@prototypechurch.org. They're your own email that is not a Gmail. That is what ajhomes.com is. It does the same way. Now, I would need to get somebody involved with me that has a 501(c) so I can do that. I don't have one, but if you want me to cover that and how to set that up and get that stuff, I think it's still free for your ministry. If not, it's very affordable to have your own personalized email. We'll go over that. Just let me know down below. And if this is a benefit, I really appreciate it. Let me know by hitting the like, hitting the subscribe, and hitting that bell notification. That way you get notified when we come out with other videos to help modernize your media ministry. I'm AJ. Thank you for watching, folks, and we'll catch you on the next video. Later.